Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Master tenderly, in an ecstatic mood, "My dear sir," he is telling to Nilakantha, "My dear sir, I try to seek my eye, but I don't find it." Hanuman said, "O Ram, O Rama, sometimes I think that you are the whole and I am part, sometimes that you are the master and I am your servant. But when I have the knowledge of the reality, I see that you and I am you. You are I and I am you." Now, this we discussed in detail in the last class, how that I shifts from the Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava to Atma Bhava. Nilakantha: "What shall I say, sir? Please be gracious to us." That gracious to us means give us that knowledge to know you. Sri Ramakrishna is telling so many things. You are Gauranga. He says, "No, I am servant of the servant." Now he is telling that be gracious to us. Now, God knows himself. Nobody can tell, "I know him." Because finite can never be able to understand what infinite is. Infinite is infinite. When the seer merges in the seen, it ends. One is there is subject without an object. Subject-object relation dissolves. The seen, seer, and sight become one. Meditator, meditation, and meditated upon become one. There are no two. So, Dheya, Dhyata, and Dhyana become one. This is called triad, 3. Whenever I see anything, I am the seer, seen, object, and seeing. 3 things are there always. These are called Triputi in Sanskrit and triad in English. The triad dissolves when we see one exists without a second. It is one that had become many, and the ultimate, I go back to that state of being one without a second. That what you are, you alone know. The knower dissolves when he tries to go to know God. He is no more there. When he enters into Nirvikalpa, from Savikalpa, till Savikalpa ends, he is there, experiencing the form of God, becoming ecstatic love of God, where he dissolves himself in God, never to find himself again. Then who is this? Sri Ramakrishna gives the beautiful example of salt doll entering into the ocean to find the bottom. As he started going, it dissolved. Who is there to come back and give the information or to make him know? He is no more there. It is like a dead letter office. A letter is written to someone. Before the letter reaches, he has left the home and gone. Person go there, and the postman go there and see that person is not there. And the sender's name also, address also is not there on the cover. So what happens? The letter is said to be dead letter. and it goes to the dead letter office. Like that, the whole thing dissolves in the nature back. The person is no more there. God alone exists. When we try to know God in depth, we dissolve not to find ourselves. The seer is not there. Sight and seen also is not there. One exists without a second. He is telling, please be gracious to us to make us know who you are. Master smiling, you are ferrying many people across the ocean of the world. How many hearts are illumined by hearing your music? Just a music. Greatest importance have been given by all saints about music and singing the names and glories of God. And how many, a fine singer, and his life is depicting what he is, a devotee, supreme devotee. He has dissolved his ego in God. He is not there as if. And he is explaining about God. And what you can see is an egoless person is talking about God. And it immediately captures the hearts of the soul, the hearers. So many people are here hearing it. The hearers undergo such a transformation that they, as if they are coming directly in contact with it, because the presenter's ego is not there. It is something like presenting audio-visual presentation. He is explaining about God. We can see audio-visual in a television, but dead matter is showing something. Here, living being, conscious Chaitanya is presenting independent of ego. When ego is not there, like a child, ego is not there in a person and is presenting, it is Chaitanya speaking. His reality speaking, not mind or buddhi or any person. This one. It is just an instrument, conscious instrument, which is experiencing God and which has dissolved his ego in God, is presenting it. Nilakanta is like that. So, those people who hear, just in our present days, when I was a volunteer, I used to go to the Ramakrishna Mutt in Bangalore. Purushottamanaji Maharaj was there. Just his singing, for hearing his singing and his devotion, his life of renunciation, all is to charm the people. Day and night, they will, in those days, cassettes were there. They will put in the ear while cooking, while moving about, while doing all activities, while sitting in the office. At all times, there is a small walkie-talkie and in the ear, that earphone. Lectures. They started, hundreds of people got transformed, and so many people. We were charmed and we could freely renounce and go away. How many renunciates in his time itself, we have seen those who could not renounce, means whom the birth and mission could not accept. He had already gathered those people. They want to renounce, but they don't have an education that birth and mission demands. Those people also, they are fit to renounce, they are fit to realize God. And such people, 50, 60 used to move with him all the time. And imagine, to transform one life, to take to God, is such a great thing. And all the whole life, lives after lives, what that soul has spent and earned, has given the fruit of renouncing. And the whole thing, just like the curd is there, butter is here, there, which you cannot see. When it churned, butter comes out, buttermilk remains. Separately it is hanging in the, like that. All their punya karmas get churned and becomes like butter to make them able to renounce and go away, to take the spiritual life seriously. How many hundreds and thousands of devotees who are householders, they took to the life of pure spiritual practices, family practicing spiritual practices, husband and wife sitting together, not to enjoy, not to go to the parlor and enjoy ice cream, but to sit at the feet of God and call on God. Just as singing. Singing is backed by their life of renunciation, love for God, love for humanity. This transforms man's consciousness. That is, Sri Ramakrishna is telling to Nilakanta, how many people you have made them to cross over the samsara sagara. How much a man can do, you see, sincerely, if he accepts the path and starts living in it, his life itself transforms so many. A renunciate without talking, he can live and transform just his life itself. Yeah, in fact, the truth is, words do not transform people. It is life that transforms life. Live a perfect life, it transforms many. He doesn't need to speak at all. Life transforms. Yatishvara needs to tell this. Words can never transform. It is life that transforms life. So Nilakanta is that Sri Ramakrishna, an incarnation of God, is telling him, what more do you want? You yourself are ferrying people across the samsara sagara, and you are speaking that humility with which they live, humility which they hold, who hold only one hold is God, and with that they are managing to, their faith, their dedication, their love for people and love for God is the boat in which they just sit, and the wind of divine carries the people, whoever sit in that boat, to ferry to the other side. How many hearts are illumined by hearing your music, Nilakanta? You talk of ferrying, but bless me that I may not be drowned myself in the ocean of myself. But bless me that I may not be drowned in the ocean of myself. Let not this ego come up that I am ferrying anybody. It is you making me ferry others. Master smiling. If you get drowned, it will be in the sea of immortality. How the assurance comes, you see. You get drowned in the world of immortality, in the ocean of immortality. Amritatva. The soul always accepts, every soul, be it of an ant or of the devatas, the soul, independent of bodily existence, external things, the soul is always aspiring to be one with the Absolute. It wants to be one with the Absolute. This is represented by all our temples with the spike, the topmost point of the temple. You see the Garbha Mandiram, the innermost sanctum sanctorium, is there in a place where it is the heart of man. It is something, the temple is built on just like man is lying down, in the chest place, the man is lying down, there the Garbha Mandira comes. That is the sanctum sanctorium, where the God's image is placed. And this is where the Jivatman is presented, and exactly above that spot where God is sitting is the spike, the Kalasha. Kalasha is there. That Kalasha is always looking at the infinite. It is aspiring to go and join into that infinite, constantly waiting, the Jivatma state. But the gravity is holding, the gravity of karma, karmic load is holding. He is expecting to get released by the grace of God. So every soul is aspiring for that. That is immortality. If you get drowned, you will get in the Amritattva. The Amritattvam Icchan. The Jiva, when it turns inward, only because there is the Paranchikani Vyatrana Swayambhuhu Tasmat Param Pashyati Nantaratma Kaschid Dhiraha Pratyagatmanam Aikshata Avritta Chakshuhu Amritattvam Icchan. Amritattvam Icchan. Desiring for immortality. Every soul is constantly aspiring for immortality. I don't want to die. I want to be immortal, be alive forever. I don't want suffering. I want to only bliss and bliss alone. This is what we see in every soul. Dukkha me ma bhuhu sukham bhuyad. May I never have dukkha, constant, unbroken joy, unbroken life, immortality, and unbroken peace, shanti. These three are constant. Freedom, bliss, and peace is what every soul is aspiring for. That is there. And his whole life, Amritattvam Icchan, to go beyond the birth and death cycles. He wants to be eternally existence. So that vision never ends. The soul aspiring for it is always there, deep within. He may be running about in the world here or there, but the soul is aspiring to enter into infinity. The bodily existence is running into the world. The two existence, spiritual existence is seeking the infinite, going back to infinity. The body, they are bound by karmic load. Chit Jada Granthi. Chit, Chaitanya, Jada. The whole bodily existence. They are bound by Chit Jada Granthi, a knot of Chaitanya and matter and spirit bound together. This is what is. Why did he enter into karma? Because his senses and mind are turned external. Lord has created like that. Paranchikhani Vyatrana Swayambhuhu. Because the creation is such that the senses are turned outside and kept inside and turned outside. Because object of senses are outside. It automatically turns outside. When Akasha comes, Karnendriya and Shabda come together. Karnendriya enters the Jiva and Shabda is outside. So ear is always projected to. Senses are inside the Jiva and their objects are outside. The two senses, all the five senses are seeing outside. Paranchikhani, Vetrana Swayam. Tasmat Par, that's why it is so designed and made that is meant to see outside senses. But someone, Kaschid Dhira, some great person, who is ready to renounce this world. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshata. He saw the inner self independent of the bodily existence and all this external world. He turned in avritta chakshuhu. He turned his senses inward. Avritta chakshu. Chakshu means eyes. Eyes means representing all the senses. He turned the eyes inward. And why? He was aspiring for immortality. Amritatvam icchan. Avritta chakshuhu. Amritatvam icchan. He turned inward to find the immortality. So that aspiration, Amritatvam icchan, is there in every jiva. Sea of immortality. If you get drowned, it will be in the sea of immortality. Sri Ramakrishna was delighted with Nilakanta's company. How God aspires for the company of a true devotee, you see. He said to the magician, for you to have come here, you whom people see as a result of many austerities and prayers, is it possible to get a satsanga? Without so much meritorious acts you have done lives after lives, will you get a satsanga at all? To get you as their companion, you see, for you to come here, you whom people see as a result of many austerities and prayers. They see you, people are able to see you and get your company because of the meritorious they have done. And you have come here. Austerities. Listen to a song. Sri Ramakrishna is singing a song. The master sang a song, the lines of which ran, when the blissful mother comes to my house, how much of the Chandi shall I hear? How many monks will come here, and how many yogis with matted locks? When blissful mother comes here to my house, when Divine Mother herself has come to my house, I need not run to see any sadhu or anything, or he go and hear the Chandi anywhere. You see that Chandi is constantly, all are singing Chandi only. When blissful mother comes to, how much of Chandi shall I hear? From every month it is coming. How many monks will come here who has renounced God? If mother comes here, all will come running. And how many yogis with matted locks? Matted locks. How many yogis will come? He said, continuing, as long as Divine Mother has come here, many yogis with matted locks also will come too. Sri Ramakrishna laughed. To M. Baburam and other devotees, he said, I feel very much like laughing. Earlier also we saw this Sri Ramakrishna telling, the two sadhus had come, and one is telling the other sadhu, this is the state of Paramahamsa. Sri Ramakrishna was in a great childlike, self-contented mood. He is full within himself, self-contented. In that state, when they speak to each other something which he cannot hear, then he is telling, I feel like laughing. Means they are speaking something about me. I feel like here also. Sri Ramakrishna laughed to M and Baburam and others, devotees. I feel very much like laughing because a person who has secured his life at the feet of God, he has nothing to worry forever, and He is talking with all humility and love. He doesn't know what he is. God alone knows what he is doing, because he is moving the coins. Nilakanta is not himself. Thakur is moving him. And he doesn't know. Thakur is moving him, making him all the play go on. Sri Ramakrishna is seeing, I feel like laughing. I am there in front of him, and he is not able to understand the Lord of the universe. God is talking to him, and God is appreciating, he is not able to understand. It is just like a child is there. Father has put on the tiger's mask and come. The child is afraid. It goes and hugs mother and tells, tiger has come, tiger has come. And one who is inside, he feels like laughing. How I fooled him. I feel very much like, just fancy, I am singing for these musicians. Just fancy, I am singing for these musicians. They are musicians, and Sri Ramakrishna is singing to them. Nilakanta. Because musicians have the power, but they have studied and practiced and done so much of sacrifice and other things that they are able to do after so much of practice and all, they have come to be a musician. Thakur has not practiced anything, but he is musician of all musicians. Incomparable. Master smiling. Nilakanta, we go about singing, but today we have had our true reward. We had our true reward. Master smiling. When a shopkeeper sells an article, he sometimes gives a little extra something to the buyer. You sang Nabeen's house, and here you are given the extra something here. All laughed. When somebody purchases, we give. Suppose somebody is taking milk, 1 liter, and little more is put always. That extra is given. You can demand also, oh, you are not given me that extra. When the children and all people will be there, we used to buy puffed rice and all. They used to bring on the head, and then after give required amount, 20 shares and all we take. After that, all children who are there, he will put little. In this also, he will put a little extra. So like that, in Nabeen's house, your singing was full, and this is extra for us, you have given. With this, we actually complete the present chapter, the Master in Various Moods. The next class will be entering into a new chapter, Advice to Ishan. Chapter 31, Advice to Ishan, will be entering into next class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.